The Soulsborne community is at odds with each other. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of love. There's a ton of complaining about if this game should even exist. I personally think the maidenless are just a bunch of scrubs sitting in their basement just crying about the game being too hard because they have no friends. But without further ado, let's break down this game and get into the review. Let's get going.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Let's start with the classes because they're probably the most fun thing to talk about. You have a variety of classes and they all do different things. Different classes synergize with other ones very well, and some classes are far easier to play than others. If you are a beginner, the Iron Eye and the Raider are probably the most recommended because they are a lot easier. Now, when you go into the visual codex, you will also see that each class has an S scaling in a certain stat. That stat is going to go with a certain type of weapon variety. If you're the Guardian, you want shields and spears. If you're the Raider, you want big clubs and great hammers. You know, the really big two-handed weapons. If you're a spellcaster, you want staves or the seals, so on and so forth. It is a good idea to go into the weapon codex and look at what weapons you want to go with. It does suck that the scaling of the weapon doesn't show while you're in game and you have to use the codex, which really seems dumb to me. I don't know why they chose to do it that way. Just show me what the weapon has for scaling. So I'm going to take away a good noodle star for that one because I think that's pretty counterintuitive. Next up are the relics. This is your buffs to your character. These are random drops that you will get when you complete a run or if you fail a run, which is a good thing, but a run is like 45 minutes to an hour long, depending on the team and the boss and a bunch of other factors. But these are random drops, and whenever you're fighting a new boss, you want to change your relics for that boss to give you the best advantage possible. And this is a cool feature. It is RNG, so I get that's like the replayability. I don't mind it, but I don't like it, but I understand it. Each class also has little missions they can do to get different attachments for their relics, which is really fun, and I do enjoy them a lot. But the problem is sometimes you go in with randoms and you have a quest you have to do, and you're not going to get the quest done because they don't want to do it, which is going to lead me into probably the black eye of this game. The gameplay is where all the controversy is. Now, you can play this game solo,
Long and hard.
you can play it with some random people on the internet, or you can play it with friends. I need you to keep that in mind for what we're about to talk about. You're going to enter the world and you're going to go Fortnite. You're going to go find weapons, you're going to upgrade, you're going to want to prioritize your levels to fight the boss at the very end of the game, and the checkpoint are other bosses, which is fun. I like the loop. And I do enjoy it. A lot of re-rinsed bosses from all the older Souls games are going to show up. And I do like that. They have been updated and things have changed. And some people really have an issue with that. I do not. All the issues are in the multiplayer. PC can't play with console, vice versa. People leave the game and now the run is ruined. I mean, there's tons and tons of things that stack up to problems and make a bad experience. But I don't think the game itself is giving a bad experience. It's just whoever you get paired with is giving you the bad experience. I think the game is great. If you can get in a Discord or have some friends play with you, you are going to have a fantastic time, and that's why I recommend a buy. I think this is absolutely worth your $40. But if you want to go on this and you want to play solo or you want to play with just randoms, I think you're just going to have a really bad time. And a lot of people don't want to tell you that, but hey, that's why you're here. So, like, sub, because I'm going to tell you the truth. Here we go. Playing with randoms is aggravating, but it's also rewarding. But the game needs communication. Dude, even text chat, something would be great. When you have communications and you can talk to someone and play out what you want to do, I have a pathing guide on how you need to do it, but basically boils down to you want a shot caller in your group to eliminate confusion. And it's just so fun. I have met a lot of people in different Discords and I've had a great time. And there's some really good players that have too much time on their hand. But in the end, when I have that communication in a Discord call, I'm having a way better experience with the game. And then when I go play with randoms, I'm like, it is harder. It's just a struggle. Not saying it can't be done. It hurts the user experience. And the people who want to be like, I'm going to solo the game, dude, I just think that's a terrible way to play a multiplayer game. That's like having a super awesome Minecraft world, but you're the only person on your own server looking at yourself in the mirror being like, yeah, this is the best world, and there's no one to enjoy it. That's super lame. Now, graphically, the game looks just like Elden Ring, maybe a little bit better, but you won't be noticing too much of the graphics because you will be running in fear of the closing ring around you and hopefully not dying. You're just in peril at all times. There was a spot in the game where I saw a dragon skewered on this huge pillar, and I was like, oh, that is so cool, and I wanted to go look for lore and all this other stuff, but I can't do that because I have to go run away. But graphically, I will say the game is really good looking. All your weapons still sound the same as Elden Ring. Everything feels heavy, feels fast when it's supposed to. The spells always feel good. It's more of the same, and there's nothing wrong with that. Music-wise, you're going to get that real intense, creepy music, like there is a big boss right here. This is a big deal. You're going to hit that good orchestra, those creepy stuff to let you know, like, hey, this is a big deal. All those things are good. Like I said, we're just getting more of the same, and that's not a bad thing. Now let's talk about the other black eye this game has. Right now it has 3.5 million copies sold. That is extremely good. It is the hype right now. If you are on the fence about getting this game and you want to play it, I am not sponsored. I'm saying this would be the time to play it because everyone is here. There's only one map and so many classes that people are going to run until they move on to the next thing. This game does not have the staying power. It needs more maps. It needs more bosses. It needs new stuff. Yeah, they re-rinsed some of the old stuff, but it just needs more. I do not see this game having longevity. That's my honest review of this game, and I'm just saying, if you're an Elden Ring fan, I'm sure you're playing it right now, but if someone is out there and you're on the fence, you got to get on it as soon as possible because I just don't see this game lasting very long. But let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.
Dark Souls 3!
Curse you!